David said, wouldn't it be great if we could have a hologram system that was small, less expensive, but most importantly, played in light, because all the other hologram systems play in darker rooms. One of the first places it was used was Comic-Con, and they actually paid David to be there. They set up a booth, they set up something like this behind it, people walk around the back of it, they were able to be beamed into the Portl unit, and we're going to show you what that looked like. This is 4K quality, fully three-dimensional, patented technology. Everything is built into the unit, so you literally plug it in and play. This was originally developed for conventions, malls, museums, movie theatres. It's gone on to be, we think these will soon be in hospitals, in COVID wards so people can see their family, schools, universities beaming teachers in. Just some of the examples of things that we believe will be used. Let's take it back to the Portl logo. What's really important with Portl is it's fully three-dimensional. There's no point using it for something boring. You want to have the unit come alive. And one of the examples I used when I spoke to Sony, imagine you put a poster of Spider-Man in there, you walk up to it, and Spider-Man leans out of the poster, taps on the glass and tells you to come over. You'd take that picture, you'd retweet that 100 million times because it's different. So Portl is different. It's not like anything that's ever been around before, and when you use it, you should take advantage of that difference. You can actually change the colors inside the Portl unit as well, and Chris is going to show you some examples of different colors used in the Portl. You can skin the outside, you can dress the entire thing to look like something completely different. You can turn that into a rocket ship, you can put that behind a facade of a house, open the door, someone's standing there, all kinds of different things. This is just a test. If this was for real, you'd flood some of that color onto his shoulders to make him look even more enveloped inside of it. My favorite example I said to Netflix is, you know, we could beam the Tiger King out of prison. We could put him on a stage. We could make that Portl unit look like a little prison cell to make him feel at home. And he could talk to people and see them. So, this camera up here sees everything. If you were being beamed in live, unfortunately the live thing isn't set up yet, but you'd be standing on something like this. You would be beamed from anywhere in the world into a Portl unit, wherever it was, via fiber, satellite, 5G, or even internet. And when you're standing in there, you will see everything that that camera sees. You'll have a monitor about here. So if Joe was to walk up to that Portl unit and say, hey, what's going on? You'd be able to respond to him in real time, have a conversation. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. And you can link them. You can have 10 of these in 10 different locations, and whoever's standing on there could be networked into all 10 of them at the same time. Or you could have 4 of these in 4 different locations. You can have 4 Portls on stage, and every one of them you beam a different person into. And you can network them, and then of course, being Portl and being live, it's all fully security and COVID safe. So if the Pope was going to use these to beam into 100 churches at the same time, no security risks, he never leaves the Vatican. He never even leaves his front room. We just put one of these in there, and eventually in the future, Portl are developing an app on your phone that will do that job for you. You'll literally stand it up, it will scan you, it will cut out your background, and it will send you into a Portl unit. The mini Portls that Joe mentioned earlier, when they're fully developed, you'll only need to stand in front of one, and it will beam you into another one, and vice versa. So that's more of a domestic play. This is more of a commercial play. Chris, what else have you got to show them?
Let's do a little DJ action.
DJ action. Okay, so you want a party? No one wants to come out. You book your DJ in a box. He does an entire show for you, all pre-programmed. Could he do it live? Yes. If he did it live, he could take requests, interact with your guests. But if you didn't, you just wanted him to do his thing, he'd do his thing. You can plug audio from your own system into the back of it. So if you weren't happy with the speakers, you could add sound quality to it. And you'd swear blind he's there. You want to stand up and go and have your picture taken with him? You'd swear blind he's there again. So That's just one example. Any musician, anybody, any famous person in the world can be beamed into Portl. We have selfie technology, which means you can shoot somebody once, one of these, pick up their phone, take a picture. That camera will send that picture via a QR code to your phone. You just walked away with a picture with Beyonce, and she's not even there. So that's another use for it. One of my favourite uses for it is StoryFile. StoryFile is technology that was used for the Holocaust survivors, where they interviewed all of them and asked them hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of questions, and then they put it into StoryFile, and if you went into the museum in Chicago, you'd pick somebody that you wanted to talk to, you'd sit in a room, hologram comes up right in front of you. It wasn't this, but it would be this now, and you just have a conversation with them, and it's very intuitive. So after 2 to 3 minutes, you actually feel like you're talking to the actual person. And it's not just what was it like at the camp and the obvious stuff, but it's what was it like at home, and what was your favourite food, and what were your parents like, and but that rolls into everything else. Celebrities, especially those coming to the end of their careers. Mick Jagger, Bob Dylan, Neil Diamond, they should be StoryFiled now forever, because you do it once, it lasts for life. You could actually, I know Joe's favourite example is you can StoryFile your kids at 5, 6, 7 years age, then 10 years time, they can go talk to themselves when they were kids, find out what they were thinking. So it's an amazing technology that works really well through Portl. One of the other major uses for Portl, or any holographic device, is the ability to bring back people who've passed away, which I personally have been very involved in. My last one was Whitney Houston, but I've been involved in building Ronald Reagan and Roy Orbison and Buddy Holly and lots of others. But they attract huge amounts of publicity. It's a big deal to do that kind of thing if it's done in the right way. Technology is improving all the time. The latest technology is really taking it to another level. You'll swear blind you're talking to them, you'll swear blind they're there, have your picture taken with them, ask them questions. Imagine going on a museum tour with all of Muhammad Ali's trophies and awards and gloves and memorabilia, and he's there in Portl, standing right in front of you, looking his prime, looking how you'd want him to look, talking to you, answering questions. That technology exists, that's an important thing as well. As I mentioned before, movie theatres. Why have a cardboard cutout when you can have the star appear? And you can see he's very shy. Great for events, great for speakers, people who can't be somewhere. You put that on a stage. They're real life. They're no bigger or smaller than they would be if they were standing there. It films beautifully. Look, when you play your camera phones back later, you'll see, oh my God, it looks amazing. Oh, sorry.
David.
I think so, David.
Hello. I'm a hologram. Here to be an example for you for whatever you want to do to help pitch to your clients or showcase your products, what have you. Or if you just need a guy in a box, I'm that guy. Or you can just if you need a person in a box for any reason whatsoever.
So you mentioned before about what was it, the Goals Collection or something? Something to do with it. You know, you want to promote that kind of club. You just have as many girls there as you want. They can call you over to the box, whisper in your ear. They can say all kinds of things. If you're rich enough to have one of these in your home, you can call them in on demand.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
So there's almost nothing you can't do.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest with you, if you could afford one of those boxes, you could afford any girl at that club.
Gotcha.
What you talking about, the porn shit? Don't listen to him, man.
If you can find a way to put a small hole in the Portl, that'd be a better thing.
Don't listen to him on the porn shit. He doesn't think the porn thing works. If it didn't work, motherfuckers wouldn't watch the porn on regular streams.
Yeah, come on.
It definitely works. Motherfucker gonna watch a porn shadow.